going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Steven. This is Steven in Stereo, and in today's video, we're going to be diving into a newly released single from JADE. The song is called It Girl, and I'm super excited to check this out. As you guys know, JADE is working on putting out her first solo debut album, and I'm really looking forward to it based on these singles that we've heard. I feel like we've heard quite a range from her already, and in that, I think it's, you know, being a part of a group like Little Mix, you're doing so much for the group. Everybody's kind of working together. You're trying to make this cohesive sound. For me, it's really exciting to hear the individual components that made up Little Mix and see what they were doing on their own, but at the same time where they're going in their careers. And so it's really fun to follow JADE and kind of see what she's doing musically. So I'm stoked about this. Before we dive in, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you guys want to check out Patreon, it would mean so much to me. I did so much Little Mix content when I was first discovering them. So all their albums as full album listening parties. We did the LM5 tour. And obviously as JADE puts out this album, we're going to be doing a full album listening party as soon as it drops. So just saying, if you guys want to check it out, that's cool. Links in the description. I'm excited to dive into this though. This is the official visualizer. If it is a little bit transparent, it's just because, you know, blocking issues and things like that. Let's do it.
Throw me them roses. Well,
this seems dangerous. Looks like one of those smash rooms. Woo! She said I have the whole world in between my hips, baby. Boom! Oh my god, wait, okay, the facial expressions though? Do not fuck with JADE. It's the smile for me, the smile while being mischievous. This is going to be an expensive day for whoever owns this store. Oh! Okay, wait a minute. So listening to the lyrics, she was talking about contracts a second ago. She was saying something about almost, it kind of felt like talking about the idea of being locked into a contract, locked into something contractually. And then going to this next thing, I'm never going to be what you want me to be. I'm never going to mold myself to be who you think I should be. It almost kind of feels, I don't know a lot about the Little Mix or JADE, you know, record deals or anything like that. I don't know enough about them in that kind of sense. But judging by the lyricism here, I love this idea that I'm about to do what I want to do because I'm not about to fit a mold that you are writing for me. I'm not about to become the artist or the person that you think I should be based on what you think an artist should be or any of these things. And that's really important. What I was going to point out is this song, it sounds similar to, I forget the name of the other track she put out it has a similar sound to this. But if you think about those two tracks versus the other two that were a little bit more, kind of what I would imagine JADE sounding like, I'm appreciative that she's doing all of those sounds kind of at the same time. And especially with that lyricism, because it almost feels like there's a lot of meaning behind it. It's not just to have this kind of instrumental or this delivery, but it's also to make a point. And I love that kind of statement. Oh. Oh, fuck. Okay, wait a minute. This guy I think has more presentation than just being the quote unquote store owner here or whatever is going on. This seems like a businessman. He's got the suit. Obviously, she's going nuts in front of him. He's not seeming to like be phased too much. What this kind of signals to me is this being this sort of obviously like this record label person, this sort of executive, or maybe even like just on the standpoint of an executive in the sense of like looking at you over your entire career, over your entire life, and trying to make those decisions. And I love that Jade just walks in, and it's very much a statement. Again, she's walking in, smashing everything in front of you and going all out in front of you because she knows you don't like it, but she's going to be herself regardless. And it's about time that maybe she's able to unlock herself from things that have held her back.
Such a thing, I'm not your baby doll. No puppet upon a string. This bitch can't be controlled. I'm not your thing. Can't buy me at the store. Cut off your power trip. Remove your filthy paws. You're filthy.
Woo!
You're filthy. You're filthy.
Ooh.
You're filthy. It's a no from me.
It's a no from me. Wait a minute. So that has like multiple meanings, right? Because like, it's a no from me. Obviously, you're just like saying like, I'm done with these things. But like, okay, again, like it's so hard for someone like myself to try to even speak on lore that I don't even know. But like, I'm just guessing from a record standpoint. I'm pretty sure that maybe some of the people that were involved in things such as American Idol and X Factor and those things may have said it's a no from me. I don't know if that's what that is, so please don't dive too far into that. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like that record label and that person in particular, but at the same time, I don't know if that's necessarily what this is about. However, I do feel like that presentation of being this sort of like rebellious person that's going to go against the grain because they're sick of being contractually obligated or being locked down or tied down to somebody or something that is trying to essentially like navigate their entire life, their entire experience, the kind of music they're going to make, who they are going to be as an artist, what they are going to look like, what they are going to sound like, how they are going to portray themselves. I feel like contracts are better these days. I don't know that to be true, but I feel like because so many people are so good in like the social space, more people kind of see when bad things are happening and you kind of get an idea of like what not to get into. But I also feel like these kind of like record labels are really good at manipulating the situation into always being in their favor and them having ownership of you. Now, I'm speaking all of that without knowing any of these things. So, take that all with a grain of salt, but this felt very much like a fuck you to somebody that was trying to essentially like own you and everything about you and not allow you to have free expression over yourself. And I do feel like if that is true, it does seem like the expression that Jade has had in these 4 records that have come out, all being sort of like a different sound, I think speaks even more volumes because it makes you wonder how suppressed Jade's creativity may have been in the past, or at least, and this is all based on what I'm watching here. Without this visual, I don't know that I would have had the same feeling, but it's the record label exec sitting, or it's the, the business guy sitting behind the desk while Jade comes in, just like destroying everything in front of him in the biggest fuck you possible. That makes me feel like it is definitely targeted towards that kind of thing. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, come follow me over on Patreon. I love y'all. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.